All right, so this video was actually supposed to come out yesterday, but I did not do that. So we're starting today fresh. We're starting today fresh one more time. All right, so this is supposed to be kind of like what I want the daily news videos to look like a little bit. I want to be able to mix some of my thoughts on like the video games industry and still have some of my art. They're like I don't I don't just want to focus on like daily news, just sit in front of the camera and talk about it. So, just like the previous video, I have the illustration. I'm putting myself a 1 hour time limit, and I have some video there going off in the background. This is from the last Xbox Developer Direct, and honestly, that was pretty hype direct. Not gonna lie, all things considered, a month ago when this direct came out, it was looking so good. It was like Asha Sharma had just celebrated her 100th day or something like that, and we were all like pretty psyched. We were like, "Oh my god, where is this headed?" Little did we know, the showcase was actually like them trying to sell off their IPs. That's probably like one of the biggest twists of this year. The biggest one being PlayStation trying to opt out of physical discs, which they still haven't addressed the elephant in the room. They're tweeting about games and controllers, but they haven't said anything about that. But today's video is about Xbox. Well, I wanted to make it yesterday, but I pushed it to today. Yeah. So today, like bunch of things. They're laying off people. Good things though. Good things is that they didn't really close any of the studios, which is huge. We thought Double Fine, we thought Undead Labs, we thought Compulsion. We thought they were all just gonna like vanish. We thought they were gonna get like, what was that studio called? Blue Point from PlayStation. Oh my god, biggest upset ever. Because why would you put a remaster studio that does amazing works, like Demon Souls? I think they did like the Uncharted collection. They did so many things, and you put them to make a live service game and then close them down. That's crazy. Similar to Xbox, though, a lot of people getting fired, even though people are happy that the studios didn't close. Those are thousands of jobs of people that are going to have to find something new to do, and the industry is so bad right now. No, you can't really go into the industry right now and be like, I'm going to try and work here for 30 years and then retire, because chances are you're not going to make it right now, at least. Although it does seem maybe they're headed in the right direction. I'm not sure. I'm seeing a lot of reports this morning. I'm going to work out on this UI a little bit more, so maybe I can show some of my bookmarks here for some of the stories I saved up for the day, but this will do for today. So I feel kind of bad for Obsidian, because they're one of the best, if not the best, Xbox studio right now, because they're like the Insomniac for Sony, because Insomniac, Ratchet and Clank, two Spider-Mans, now they're doing Wolverine. Like, Naughty Dog can't say the same. We've gotten just one game from Guerrilla. That was a PS4, PS5 game. So it's like Obsidian, you had Grounded 2, you had, what was it called? Pentiment, and then you had Avowed and Outer Worlds 2. Like, they just keep putting out banger after banger, but it sounds like they're done with Avowed, which is sad, and it doesn't seem like, I doubt they're gonna make another Outer Worlds. It kind of sounds very unceremoniously that they're working on another Fallout, which makes sense. The messaging on the wall pretty much felt like Asha Sharma was saying that, yeah, we're gonna focus on the main IPs, and that's what they're doing. They're saying that they're working on another Fallout. I would not be surprised though if they work on Fallout the same way they've been working on Outer Worlds, because even when Outer Worlds 1 came out, it kind of felt, I think, like the elephant in the room was like a Fallout clone, basically. And I wouldn't be surprised if they use the same engine they did for Outer Worlds 2, which it would be a shame if they did. I know I think it's Unreal Engine, but it's like a very specific version. Like, the way they tweak their engines, it doesn't really feel, to me at least, I might be wrong, to me it just feels very polished, the way they work on with their engine and stuff. So I'm sure it'll be fine. We have yet to see if Bethesda is going to move away from the Creation engine, I think that's what it's called, into Unfortunately, everyone's moving to Unreal, and that's just 4 years ago I would have been like, yeah, that's great, Unreal, but now it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of AI assisted tools in there, which it wouldn't surprise me if Microsoft is also, they're letting their studios use AI assisted tools, which I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about that. So another big news was id Software lost pretty much like their entire tech team, and like the id engine for like Doom, maybe Wolfenstein, is like the best in class. Like they got those games to run on the Nintendo Switch. That's how good that engine is. You could make anything run with that engine. So obviously the engine's not going anywhere, but them getting rid of the people that pretty much help improve upon that engine for the next iteration is like extremely disappointing. Most likely it means they're also going to be moving to Unreal. I would not be surprised, just like CD Projekt Red moving away from the Red engine, which was great. Like, just look at how good Cyberpunk 2077 looks. They're going to Unreal Engine as well, so I don't know. Kind of good, kind of bad. If it means getting games out faster out the door, maybe in like 5 years, you're going to be talking about this like, hey, this was a great move. now everything's coming out faster. Games are looking great. Like, if we could get back to the whole 2-3 years max waiting period for a new game, that would be excellent, because there's no reason we have not gotten a new Fallout game in 11 years. I mean, if you're counting 76, then it's like 8 years, I think. I forgot when that came out. It was like right before the pandemic, a couple of years before the pandemic, but still, a single player storyline, just full-on Fallout experience. We haven't gotten one in a while. Same thing with Elder Scrolls and Halo. My God, we're waiting like 6+ years for just one game. Like, there's that report as well that was coming out yesterday that it sounds like they're gonna be moving some of the Halo to Activision. Maybe that means we're gonna be getting some new games. I would not mind seeing a first-person take on Activision. Does that mean they're gonna completely like? Are they gonna just give up on the sequel to Infinite? Are we just gonna move on to something else? I don't know. I look at the franchises like Warhammer, and I'm like, it's so diverse. It'd be nice. I wish Xbox and PlayStation would go back to playing with their IPs, kind of like how Nintendo does. Like, I would not mind having on the Xbox party. I want to be able to play a board game with Master Chief, Marcus Phoenix, freaking Doom guy, the guy from Wolfenstein. I think that'd be funny in a funny kind of way. Like, these companies need to just make like double experiences. I don't know. We need to be pumping out games every year. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing much else to say. I really like this little setup I have here. As you can see, this is different from my streaming setup that's in my office downstairs. This is kind of like more like my chill space. This is like my room. Like a little bunk bed on top because it's so tiny. I have the Steam Deck, and I'm trying to get into more editing, more of an editing style here. I have my laptop, which I'm recording this on. I can just like work and then head to bed. And yeah, I'm going to keep this video short. The video I took out on Monday, I was not very happy with, because I wanted to show the time lapse for the drawing, which I didn't screen record. Now I did. That was just a time lapse that Procreate gave me, and it was like a mess when I stretched it out to like 15 minutes. And I still have this thing here where it's just like something will go here. I'm not sure what. Maybe an ad. I've always wanted to do ads even on my streams. And yeah, I'm using this little mic I bought from Amazon like 2 years ago. But I don't know. I really just want to be able to like say what's at the top of my head, because there's so many things happening. Stories are evolving so much. There's so much to talk about. You have Black Flag Resynced. Like, I'm sure if that game sells well, that means we're gonna be getting more Assassin's Creed games, more remakes. I do want to know what's going to happen with State of Decay 3, all these studios, Ninja Theory. It's just shame that we're getting rid of all this, but like, to me, it almost feels like Game Pass is going to die. I feel like they're going to be like, it almost, to me, it feels like they're just going to get like get rid of Game Pass. Maybe we're gonna go back to like Xbox Live games with gold. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's working out for them. We'll see. Oh, one last thing. It's such a shame. Oh wait, the time lapse is over. Let me show you guys what it looked like. I'm so proud of this. 50 minutes. I was like, I need to stop doing line art. I have my brain stuck in like anime mode. It's kind of nice. I like it. Kind of like Master Chief looking down. I can see, but where I can improve next time, and that'll be for tomorrow. I really want to be able to work on an illustration of a company of something that relates to what I'm talking about that day, so I can like expand my portfolio a little bit more, because I feel like it's not as diverse. I can do a better job. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Oh my god, Xbox has just been giving the easiest dunk ever on PlayStation, and I can't believe they haven't like capitalized on it. They could have easily just said, hey guys, this is how you share a game on Xbox. Here you go. I know this is such a game, but it's like, here you go. Or they could have just said, we're doubling down on physical media, or we're already putting games on Blu-rays, and that's already a cheaper alternative than, you know, memory discs, memory cards, storage, chip storage, SSDs. So they could have just said, like, we're gonna be putting full games. Oh, they could have, like, easiest thing in my life. Yeah, I understand not putting the full game as soon as it releases, because typically games for like Xbox and PlayStation, you know, they get DLC, they get expansions, they get updates, and 1 or 2 years down the line, they're still getting like maybe an extra update or something. I understand maybe a year or two after the game releases, they could take out like full game on disc, complete edition, no more updates. It just works, right? I wish they would just do that. Like their legacy titles from like the start of the generation, it could have been like, hey, Halo Infinite Edition, full in disc. Hey, Gears of War, what was it called? Reloaded, full in disc. Just, I wish they would just double down, because there's a huge crowd, and right now there's a mass exodus from PlayStation. They could capitalize on that and just be like, people are looking where to go. People are looking at Nintendo as like the best alternative for physical media. There's a lot of people making for GOG, for good old games. They're making their own bootable discs. They're making their PC games are coming back, even if they're not official, because GOG lets you install games with an offline installer. Then that works too. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna see how I can improve this a little bit more, but for the most part, I'm happy. I might be changing the background, the animations of what's happening around my screen, depending on what I'm talking about that day. Since today was about Xbox, I have the Xbox logo right here. We'll see. Alright, that's gonna do it for today. I do want to do more little announcements for my other pages. For maybe I do have people sharing like drawings and what they're working on my Discord server. So yesterday or Monday, I did do an announcement for one of my members, Sydney Starman, and I didn't get one for today. I will have one for tomorrow though. Alright, so that's gonna be it for today. And yeah, that's just my thoughts on these stories. There's so much going on. I just really want to be able to just like say what I want to say into the void. And yeah, I'm still working on other series for this channel. I'm just trying to find a good, comfortable way to get these videos out. And there's this one that I've been trying to do for like a year plus, where I'm going to be playing small games for like 30-40 minutes. I could even play them on stream. And then just like in this video where I did this 1 hour time lapse drawing, I might start doing fan art for some of these smaller, very small. I'm talking like, I'm looking at Fanatical bundles, I'm looking at Humble Bundle games, and it's like, okay, a lot of these games have like less than 100 reviews on Steam. I'm just gonna go in and give my support. I'm gonna play them. I'm gonna do a fan art for them every time that I play them. So it's like, it grows my portfolio, and hopefully it helps them, you know, make a few more bucks. But that's for another video. I'm hoping to release the first video for that maybe at the end of the week. I already played like 3 or 4 of those games. I just need to make the drawing. It's just a hard finding time. But that's gonna be it for today. I really like all this. I'm pretty proud of it. I know it's not like typical where my face is full screen like other channels, but I think it's nice. It's kind of small here. I'm not taking up the whole screen, and I'm showing multiple things. Maybe it's like I'm not even gonna say it. All right, I'm gonna go. Oh damn! I need to add music on this and the title screen. All right, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you.